day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha, Singaporean learners. Airing live from the Mango Blue capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning into CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SEO/SEC learner, where passion is the key. Learning paves the way. With our division mantra, developing creativity, maximizing versatility. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SEO/SEC learner.
Good day, learners! Welcome to Science 8 Quarter 3 Module 5. This is Teacher Rhe B, your virtual science teacher. Today, we will discuss the identity of a substance according to its atomic structure. And here is the most essential learning competency. Determine the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in a particular atom with a code of S8MT-3E-F-10. And at the end of this learning episode, you are expected to name and describe the structure of atoms, including its mass and locations of protons, neutrons, and electrons inside an atom. Identify the electric charge of an atom and its subatomic particles. And determine the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in a particular atom, most specifically in neutral atom. During our last episode, we discussed about the 6 phases of matter. We have melting and freezing. Melting is a change from solid to liquid. Freezing is a change from liquid to solid. We also discussed evaporation and condensation. Evaporation is a change from liquid to gas, and it happens only from the surface of a liquid. Condensation is a change from gas to liquid. We also have here the deposition and sublimation. Deposition is a change from gas to solid, and sublimation is a change from solid to gas. Before we begin our session, I'd want you to ask some questions, and afterwards we will find the answer. What is the smallest part of matter? What is an atom? What are the 3 main parts of an atom? What does it mean if an atomic particle has an electrical charge? And how to determine the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in a particular atom. Alright, welcome to Lesson 1, the properties of subatomic particles. And it says here that atoms are present at the most basic level in everything we see around us. Yes, all living organisms as well as non-living things are composed of atoms. All matter is made up of atoms. You, me, all of us are made up of atoms. Do you agree? Let's find out as we do our first activity. In this activity, all you need is a separate sheet of paper for your answers and a pen. And this is your first activity. Everything is a pile of atoms. And at the end of this activity, you were able to explain that atoms are the smallest particles of matter and are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. And all you have to do is look at the picture of an apple below. Slice an apple in 2 parts and then slice the resulting halves into many slices. I'll give you 5 seconds to study the drawings. Are you ready? Timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's answer the questions. I'll give you 10 seconds again to read and answer the following questions. Are you ready? Timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's answer the questions. Question number 1. Are the smaller pieces of apple still similar to the original apple? And why? What is your answer? Very good. The answer is yes, because the atoms in smaller pieces are the same as that of the big original apple. Question number 2. Can you still slice these pieces into smaller ones? What is your answer? Good job! The correct answer is yes. Question number 3. Is it possible to keep on slicing and dividing these pieces? And why? What is your answer? Excellent, learners! The correct answer is no. You reach a point where the pieces cannot be sliced nor divided anymore. And question number 4. After slicing the apple many times, how can you be sure that it's still the same apple? What is your answer? Good job, learners! The answer is only the size changed. Smell and taste are still the same. So, it's with atoms. It may not be seen, but surely you know since the properties are evident. Alright? Moving on to subatomic particles. Have you ever wondered what everything around you is made of? Everything around us is made up of tiny particles called atoms. What is an atom? Let's check it out. All right. Atoms are the fundamental units of matter. They are made up of 3 subatomic particles. The protons, which are the positively charged, electrons, which are the negatively charged, and neutrons, which have no charge. The proton and neutron are located in the nucleus at the center of an atom, but the electrons orbit the nucleus. Let's take a quick look of an atom of the carbon. Nucleus have 6 protons and neutrons, but the electrons shown on orbit surrounds the nucleus. The number of protons identifies the element. All carbons has 6 protons and therefore 6 electrons. Alright, moving on to subatomic particles and their properties. We discussed a while back that atoms are composed of 3 types of particles. What are these? What are these again? They are the protons, the positively charged, electrons, which are the negatively charged, and neutrons, which have no charge. These components of the atom are referred to as the subatomic particles, and later on, we will discuss the table 1 and it shows the properties of the subatomic particles. The nucleus, which is found at the center of the atom, contains the protons and the neutrons. And the outermost regions of the atom contain the electrons, which are the negatively charged. Okay, moving on to table 1, that is the properties of 3 subatomic particles. So we have here in table 1, it shows or it consists the subatomic particle and its symbol, the charge, the mass in grams, and the location in the atom. So the 3 subatomic particles are the electron, the proton, and neutron. The charge or the symbol of electron is E negative, and the charge is positive 1. The mass in grams of electron is 9.109 by 10 raised to the negative 28, and the location in the atom is outside the nucleus. Okay? Moving on, we have the proton. The symbol of proton is P positive, and the charge is positive 1. The mass in grams of proton is 1.672 by 10 raised to the negative 24. And the location in the atom is in the nucleus or inside the nucleus. And the last one, we have the neutron. The symbol of neutron is N0. Of course, the charge is 0 because it has no charge. So the mass in grams of neutron is 1.678 by 10 raised to the negative 24. And the location in the atom is inside the nucleus. So take note, learners, that the electron is located outside the nucleus, while the proton and neutron are located inside the nucleus. Moving on. Atoms in their stable state are neutral. Yes, its number of protons and electrons are equal. The mass of an atom is solely due to the mass of the proton and neutron. The protons and neutrons are referred to as what we call the nucleons. The nucleons, which are tightly packed together from the nucleus within the center of the atom. Thus, much of the mass of an atom is concentrated at the nucleus. Alright, moving on to your activity number 2. Charge it. And all you have to do, learners, is to study the drawings and answer the questions below. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. So we have the atom A and atom B. I'll give you 10 seconds to analyze the drawings or study the drawings. Are you ready? Timer starts now. Alright, time is up. Let's answer the questions. I'll give you 10 seconds again to read and answer the questions. Timer starts now. Alright, time is up. Let's answer the questions. Question number 1. How many protons are there in atom A? The correct answer is 1. Very good. What about in atom B? Your answer is? Good job, learners. 4. Question number 2. How many electrons are there in atom B? What is your answer? Excellent, learners. The correct answer is 1. What about in atom B? Your answer is? Very good. 2. And question number 3. How many neutrons are there in atom A? What is your answer? Good job, learners. The answer is 0. And what about in atom B? The answer is 5. Okay. Moving on. How to find the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons. Okay, so we have here an example. An element that is the oxygen. And the atomic number is 8. Or atomic number is 8 and the atomic symbol is O. And the atomic mass is 16.00. Remember that the atomic mass needs to be changed and it will be rounded off to the nearest whole number. So from 16.00 to 16, and that is the most common mass number. And to calculate the numbers of subatomic particles in an atom, we use its atomic number and mass number. So the number of protons is equal to the atomic number, and the number of electrons is equal to the atomic number also, and the number of neutrons is the difference between mass number and atomic number. We have here an example. The element sodium. The symbol is Na. The atomic or mass number is 23 and the atomic number is 11. Take note that the mass number is higher than the atomic number. So it says here that the number of protons is equal to the atomic number. So the protons is equal to 11, while the electrons is equal to 11 also. What about the number of neutrons? Okay, it is the difference between the mass number and atomic number. So the mass number is 23 and the atomic number is 11. We subtract it. It is equal to 12. So that is the number of neutrons in sodium. Alright, activity number 3 is all about atoms. And all you have to do, learners, is just label the diagram by writing the correct term from the word bank. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, so inside your word bank, these are your choices. We have the nucleus, proton, electron, neutron, and electron shell. Okay, so I'll give you 10 seconds to study the drawings. Timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's answer. What is the answer? Number 1. What is your answer? Very good. The answer is electron shell. What about number 2? What is your answer? Good job. Neutron. Neutron is the negative or the zero charge. All right. Number 3. What is your answer? Very good. Proton. Proton is the positively charged. And number 4, what is your answer? You are correct. Electron. And the last one, the answer is nucleus. Very good. Alright, moving on to answer the following questions. I'll give you 10 seconds again to read and answer the questions. Timer starts now. Time is up. Let's answer the question. Question number 6. Which particle of an atom has a negative electric charge? What is your answer? Very good. The answer is electron. Question number 7. Which particle of the atom contains no electric charge? What is your answer? The correct answer is neutron. Very good. Question number 8. Which particle of the atom features a positive electric charge? The correct answer is proton. And the last two, question number 9 and 10. Which two subatomic particles are located within the nucleus of an atom? Within or inside the nucleus of an atom. So the correct answer is very good. Proton and neutron. Alright, for your evaluation or assessment, all you have to do, guys, is to study the drawings and answer the questions that follow. I'll give you 10 seconds to study the drawings. All you have to do is to determine the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons. Are you ready? Timer starts now. Time is up. Let's answer the question. Question number 1. How many number of protons? The correct answer is 5. Number 2. How many number of neutrons? What is your answer? Good job. The answer is 6. And how many number of electrons? What is your answer? Very good. The correct answer is 2. Alright, for your assessment or assignment, I should say, your home task, all you have to do is to fill in the necessary information. So we have here the 5 elements. All you have to do is to identify what kind of element are those. And you have to identify the number of protons, and the number of neutrons. And you will be submitted your output next session or next meeting. Okay, so before we end or before we wrap off this session, guys, I just wanted to share an uplifting message from Dan Brown. And it says here that faith is universal. Our specific methods for understanding it are arbitrary. Some of us pray to Jesus, some of us go to Mecca. Some of us study subatomic particles. In the end, we are all just searching for truth, that which is greater than ourselves. Hanggang sa muli, learners. Thank you so much. Bye-bye! Once again, this is Teacher Rhe B, your virtual science teacher.
Good day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha sa Carolinian learners. Airing live from the Mangrove and Blue capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning into CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner, where passion is the key. Learning paves the way. With our division mantra, developing creativity, maximizing versatility. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner.